One bright sunny afternoon, the school playground buzzed with lively sounds. It was filled with the happy laughter of many children. Kids were running across the grass, soaring high on swings, and playing an energetic game of tag. Among all the fun, two best friends, Leo and Amaya, stood out. They cherished their time together, always playing after school. One day, Leo rushed over to Amaya, his face beaming with a wide smile. "Tomorrow after school," he exclaimed, "let's build the biggest sandcastle ever in the sandbox." Amaya's eyes immediately lit up, sparkling with excitement at the idea. "Yes," she cheered, "we can make tall towers and long bridges, and maybe even a little moat around it," she added, her imagination already at work. Leo nodded his head proudly, confirming their grand plan. "It's a promise," he declared, holding out his hand. "Promise," Amaya echoed, linking her crossed fingers with his in a playful gesture. They both giggled, feeling a shared thrill, and then dashed off to continue their play. The next day seemed to arrive in a flash. At school, Leo could barely contain his excitement, thinking about their sandcastle project. During lunchtime, as he ate, a different group of kids approached his table. "Hey, Leo," one of the boys called out to him. "We're planning a big soccer game after school today," another child explained. "We really need one more player to make the teams even," they urged. Leo absolutely adored playing soccer. It was one of his favorite activities. His mind immediately started to race, considering the fun prospect. Playing soccer sounded incredibly exciting and tempting, but then a sudden thought brought him back to reality. He clearly remembered the important promise he had made to Amaya. For a brief moment, Leo felt a wave of confusion wash over him. "What should I do now?" he pondered, caught between two appealing choices. Just at that moment, Amaya happened to walk past, offering him a cheerful smile. "See you at the sandbox after school," she said happily, completely unaware of his dilemma. Leo slowly nodded his head in response, a thoughtful expression on his face. After school, the playground once again filled with the energy of children. The much-anticipated soccer game had already begun on the field. "Come on, Leo!" the kids on the field shouted, waving him over. "Join our team! We need you!" they called out enthusiastically. Leo's gaze drifted from the lively soccer field. Then his eyes scanned towards the familiar sandbox area. Amaya was already there, sitting patiently with her small bucket and shovel. She was quietly waiting, just as they had planned. Leo took a deep, steady breath, making his decision. He turned and waved politely to the soccer players. "Maybe next time, guys," he called back, a hint of regret but also resolve in his voice. Then, without another moment's hesitation, he ran straight towards the sandbox. Amaya's face instantly brightened, a wide smile spreading across it. "You came!" she exclaimed, with genuine happiness, jumping up slightly. "Of course," Leo replied, a confident and reassuring tone in his voice. "I promised you, didn't I?" he added, reinforcing his commitment. Together, they eagerly began the exciting task of building their magnificent sandcastle. They worked diligently, constructing tall, impressive towers. They carefully carved tiny windows into the sandy walls, and they even dug a detailed moat encircling their sandy fortress. Soon, other curious children started to gather around them, watching their progress. "Wow, "That castle looks absolutely amazing," they exclaimed in admiration. Leo and Amaya exchanged proud smiles, pleased with their creation and the attention it drew. When they finally finished, their sandcastle stood tall, strong, and truly impressive. It was a perfect reflection of their bond, just like their friendship itself. As they began to pack up their toys, Amaya turned to Leo. "I'm really glad you came today," she said sincerely. Leo returned her smile, understanding the depth of her words. "Promises are truly important," he stated, a newfound wisdom in his voice. That day, Leo learned a special lesson. Keeping promises builds trust and makes friendship stronger than any sandcastle.